can travel as far out and exit the arm here and be in the open water of Stevens Passage, just floating around. Depending on its size, yeah, they can last quite a while, several weeks in the water, but what pushes them so far out? Well, we already talked about one of those factors that could push the ice further out away from Dawes Glacier, and that is the tide. If you take a look on our port or left-hand side, you'll see that the tide has risen quite a little bit. So other than the tides, there's also the current coming off of the glacier. Of course, we mentioned and talked about earlier, fresh water rises above seawater. So coming out from our 12 o'clock, coming in towards the glacier is fresh water, but coming out from the glacier is fresh water. And that fresh water rising above the seawater is causing quite a current rising above at different densities. You'll also probably notice at the face in the middle, you saw little triangles at the bottom. That is from glacial rivers. Rivers flowing underneath the glacier, which will also cause currents to push things out. Even these large icebergs can create a little bit of a current around them as fresh water is melting off of them. But a really big factor that's contributing to the traveling of ice are the wakes from calving events. You saw the wakes that those 3 calving events created today. Even the largest of ice that we've seen today once fell off. And we've seen some pretty big icebergs, folks. So imagine that coming down, hitting the water, creating large waves, pushing things out further and further. Of course, there's also the wake of our boat. There's also the wake of cruise ship. But that's the factors pushing ice out from the tide, the current, and the wakes.